Oh, of course, I don't have it ready, and it's ready to not go. Not now.
Well, hello. Welcome to Friday Night Trivia. We have from Cape Breton, we have Janet Dermody, our Ginger Gem from Brooks, Alberta. It's Brandon. I'm not giving him a last name. He can tell you himself later or figure it out by reading the screen. On the westest, wettest coast, Victoria, BC, I am Imogen Cookie Bailey. Our theme tonight is Dr. Seuss. Who does not love the good Dr. Seuss?
I'm doing great so far. It's cold outside in my hometown of Sydney right now.
Hey,
Perfect
Frankie.
timing, Matt. Kool-Aid Manning his way into the room. Frankie, how are you?
I'm doing great so far. It's cold outside in Sydney right now. And did you hear about this? What's the biggest ice Montreal had?
I don't know. I've been thinking about Dr. Seuss, man.
What year was the biggest ice storm ever in Montreal?
Ooh, 98.
That's where Bass Guy lives.
94. Bass Guy lives in a house.
1920. 1915. When was it, Frankie? What?
Things are going great so far. And did you hear about this? I'm enjoying my night so far.
That's good. Wait, you didn't answer the question. When was the biggest storm?
That means a lot of snow has been gone so far. A lot of warm air earlier in the week took snow down.
How much snow came down in 1988?
So much snow. Lots of snow in 1988. Back in October 21st, 1989. How warm was Sydney, Nova Scotia?
That's good news, but I got a question for you, Frankie. What's your favorite Dr. Seuss
How warm
book?
was Sydney, Nova Scotia in 1989? How warm was Sydney, Nova Scotia on October 31st, 1989?
Oh.
I don't know.
That was really, really summer, like warm on Halloween, 1989, Sydney.
Hey, at the library up at the Sydney O'Connell, do they have a Dr. Seuss book, do you think?
It could be other books. That means that there's a lot of Seuss books out there.
What's your favorite?
There's a whole lot of Seuss books out there in the world.
There really are. Because
there's a lot of them out there in the world.
That's very true. It's very true. Did you read Dr. Seuss when you were little?
Did you hear about this? And Bass Guy's apartment's going to be under construction, and Bass Guy's show won't be back on the air till October. He told me that was a last message from Bass Guy from yesterday. I got a message from Bass Guy yesterday. Bass Guy show will be back on the air in October because they'll be starting the top of the second floor of the apartment first. Then he'll work his way down to the first floor of the apartment building where Bass Guy lives. They had to get rid of the old wires, replace the whole new wires. They had to get rid of the old Bass Guy studio, replace with a whole new Bass Guy studio.
Wow. Did he have a Dr. Seuss Green Eggs and Ham book that might have caught fire? What happened?
They're just upgrading the apartment.
No Dr. Seuss. Okay.
They're just upgrading the Bass Guy department to keep it updated.
Does Bass Guy read Dr. Seuss books?
Bass Guy will be back doing the show again. The last time Bass Guy did a show, that was New Year's Eve. That's the last time Bass Guy did a show. It was New Year's Eve 2023 and New Year's Day 2024. That's the last time Bass Guy did a show.
That's been a while.
Dr. Seuss?
Dr. Seuss. There's a lot of books under Dr. Seuss out there.
That's very true. Have you read any of them?
A long time ago.
Long time ago? Do you remember which ones?
Back in the Grinch and things like this and other books went back in the 1990s.
You read The Grinch in the 90s?
Back in the 1990s, that's a long time ago.
Hey, it's not that long ago.
How old were you in the 90s?
And I saw The Grinch That Stole Christmas in movie theaters and things like this.
That was a good one.
Oh.
Speak,
Very
Brendan.
cool.
Speak.
Very cool. I was taking it all in, you know.
Fun tale.
All right.
Here.
What year Brandon Manitoba
All
became
right.
a city?
Who wants to ask the first Dr. Seuss question? Oh,
I'll
I
go
don't
for
know.
it. Frankie, how many words does Dr. Seuss use in the total in Green Eggs and Ham? The story Green Eggs and Ham. How many words are in that story?
There's quite a few times.
How many?
250.
There's 20, 50,
Quite a few
75,
times.
or 100. So the answers you can pick from 20, 50, 75, or 100.
50.
75.
100.
100? Frankie says 100. Brandon says, what's 75 or 50?
75.
He's all
Okay.
50.
I'm saying
You
50.
assume by now.
Oh, you're not going to stay for the answer? Guess not. No one says hello. Doesn't Frankie shake things up, Imogen? I'm so glad that he came in and gave you the bongos. Woo woo.
I love that he just comes in like a wrecking ball and he does his Frankie thing. And then all of a sudden, without warning, he's just out. Like he's a ghost, man. The guy's a phantom.
Right?
A weird phantom. An
He
awesome
gives you-
phantom.
Right? He gives you your podcast, go for your money.
All right. Yeah. You know what? I'm with Shelly on this one. I'm saying 50 words.
All right. And Brandon said 75. Anybody else going to guess out there in Facebook land? Again, how many words does Dr. Seuss use in the total in Green Eggs and Ham? 20, 50, 75, or 100? Rest now or forever hold your answers. Here we go. Kayla says 75. All right. 5,
All right.
4, 3, 2, 1, 50.
Yeah. Ha ha.
Yeah. Nice job.
Ooh.
So Imogen and Shelly for the win, and you've won nothing. Dr. Seuss would be proud. All right, who's next?
Oh yeah. Here's a little to expand on that a little bit because I did go right down the rabbit hole with my Dr. Seussian reading here.
Well, your ears
it was-
also.
Yeah, my little funny ears. There's my ears. So, okay, fun fact to expand on that a little bit. It was a bet. He had a list of words to pull from and chose 50 from the list to compose the story. He did it on a bet to use a very short list of words and compose put together some prose. Yeah, and he did it in only 50 words.
That is a challenge. I can't imagine writing a story that would have any type of, direction to it with 50 words. That's skill.
Poetry magnets. I used to play with poetry magnets all the time, and yeah, that's. And then I had like a death metal set, like I made a set of like death metal using Cannibal Corpse lyrics and words. So it's all really gross and horrific stuff. So I was writing poetry and stuff on my fridge with these Cannibal Corpse fridge magnets, and
Nice.
it didn't have the same buoyancy of Dr. Seuss. I'll just.
Kayla said, I run out of words on a tweet, let alone a story, right? And speaking of stories, I bet Brandon can kill us a 4 short story word. Come on, Brandon, throw something out there. You're a radio guy. You can wing it.
Oh. So as in a story about my next question, right?
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah. It's kind of there's a scent. It's kind of based on a story, my first question of the night.
All righty,
You
we're ready.
You ready? Okay, you're ready right now. All right, here we go. I'm gonna make my story face. So this is a question, and you have to guess what book did this come from. Okay. All right, here we go. Marco, don't tell stories, but what can I say? I saw it walking on this street. Now, what book did that come from?
All that I saw on Mulberry Street, and to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. When I leave home to walk to school, Dad always says to me, Marco, keep your eyelids up and see what you can see. But when I tell him where I've been and what I think I've seen, he looks at me and sternly says, "Your eyesight's much too keen. Stop telling such outlandish tales. Now stop turning minnows into whales." Now, what can I say when I get home today? All along the way to school and all the way back, I've looked and I've kept careful track. But all that I've noticed except my own feet was a horse and a wagon on Mulberry Street. There's nothing to tell of. That won't do, of course. Just a broke-down wagon that's drawn by a horse. That can't be my story. That's only a start. I'll say that a zebra was pulling that cart and blah, 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 blah.
I don't know if you had that in your head or whatever, but that was pretty goddamn good. Brandon, you suck. Imogen, woo!
Wow. Imogen got that one correct. Yep.
Hey,
Mulberry Street.
oh my God. Imagine answering that twice fast. Or slow.
I didn't even have to use my multiple choice in that one. That was good.
Yeah. I
So
fell right at the bottom of that one.
one of my weird little hobbies, there's a little bit of it on social media, on the various platforms, on like there's some videos on TikTok and YouTube and on Facebook, but I read stories to pets. So, and one of my favorites is Shel Silverstein, who has some comparisons to Dr. Seuss. But yeah, I read a lot of Shel Silverstein to pets. So like reading bedtime stories to Morbo, my kitty, or to puppies.
Wow.
And I did a lot of it, like when Sabian was really sick, I was reading to him all the time. So I got used to the weird cadence and the weird variable speed and putting the weird bubbly whatever in there.
Don't think I've ever
Yeah,
read
or I dress up like, or I get into costume and I put.
here.
Oh,
That is
yeah, read to your
amazing.
pets.
Oh my, I'm thinking, yeah, that is the cool thing to do. I like it. Adorable.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, I've
Your
got.
question,
yeah.
Brandon, so,
All right.
Your turn, Imogen. What do you got for us?
All right. Who of the following has not voiced a character in a Dr. Seuss movie? Carol Burnett, Steve Carell, Boris Karloff, or Tress MacNeille?
Ooh.
All
I'm
right,
gonna
I'm
go
thinking,
Steve Carell.
who is Chess Carlisle? Why do I not know that guy? I don't know Chess Carlisle. I'll go with him. Like, who's that?
Oh, Carol Burnett, Steve Carell, Boris Karloff, or Tress MacNeille. Tress MacNeille is the voice actor who, she did a lot. She was Babs Bunny in Tiny Toons. She does like half the voices on The Simpsons. Really prolific voice actor. Like all of these people have done cartoon voices. Like they've all done voice acting. But only one of them has never been in a Dr. Seuss movie, has never been a Dr. Seuss character.
Oh, okay. Well, it sounds like they all coulda, shoulda, woulda been.
When I
Yeah.
found this, I was actually shocked. I was like, how is this? Like, how?
All right, Steve Carell. I'll go with him. Mhm.
All right, Steve Carell. Shelley is saying Carol. Kayla's saying Steve Carell. Perfect. The correct answer is actually Tress MacNeille. The legendary voice actor has not been a Dr. Seuss character.
Wow. The first one I
Right?
picked was the one I didn't know and was the right one. So there you go.
Yeah, Carol Burnett. Carol Burnett was a kangaroo in the Horton Hears a Who movie. Steve Carell played Ned McDodd in the same movie, and Boris Karloff was the narrator in How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Meanwhile, Tress MacNeille played Babs Bunny, and to actually get that part, she had to audition as the bunny doing impersonations of other famous actors. So yeah, like it was, and that was the trademark of Babs Bunny, was she was always doing the voice impersonations of legendary actors. So she could actually play other people in character of other people. So why has she never been in a Seuss movie?
She was a character within a character. Well, that's
she's an amazing. Like if you look up like some of her career, she's like, how has she not been Seuss?
too funny. All right, Brandon, here's up.
All right. I'll take it away. Okay.
Yeah, you will.
Here we go. This is an easy one. Where did the Grinch live? You better know this one.
Whoville.
Above Whoville. Grinchtown.
Well, that mountain was not Whoville.
No, the mountain was outside Whoville. High above Whoville.
Ooh. All right. Whoville Heights.
Shelley, you know what Shelley's saying in a cave? And I want to say that sounds
Mountain.
a cave in a mountain, right?
Yeah.
I'm with Shelley on this one. I'm on Team Shelley.
I'm liking Whoville
Team
Heights.
Shelley.
You know, if the mountain was never named officially in the book, I think that should be the unofficial name for it.
I can't remember. I mean, but I can't remember a lot of things that might have had a name. Mm-hmm. Of Whoville. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. What's the answer, Brandon? Are we ready yet?
Is in a cave north of Whoville.
North. That's why I was thinking up. That's why I was thinking above.
Yeah.
North.
I mean, the mountain didn't hover, so I suppose it does make sense. Directions. All right. What is Dr. Seuss's real name? Samuel Seuss, Theo Lesigue, Theodore Geisel, or Rosetta Stone?
Theodore Geisel.
Yeah.
I'll go with A.
I'll put the answer.
Samuel.
It's one of these, because maybe I didn't right. Samuel Seuss, Theo Lesigue, Theodore. Look how it copied and pasted in there. The only one I copied and pasted normal on was the Facebook ones, not the. Well, maybe. Anyways,
Weird.
That's those are the answers: A, B, C, or D. So who did you choose?
I threw an answer out there, but I'm going to refrain from repeating it because this is one that I already know because I went right down the rabbit hole on my Dr. Seussian stuff.
Yeah.
So what?
So what's
Of course
your
you went
guess there,
down the
Brittany?
rabbit hole. You got rabbit ears on.
Right, I
know.
know. What year did they take away rabbit ears off of the television?
Depends on where you live. See, if you live in a trailer park, they're still there.
Right? No, analog is gone. Gonzo, Lonzo. Yeah, even if you got rabbit ears, they better be digital rabbit ears.
They're useless rabbit ears now.
Yes.
So many rainy nights, I'd be like clinging to the back of the trailer, like climbing up that stupid little ladder, trying to turn the antenna.
Your friggin' rabbit ears. Yeah. Like, and look, arrows that they used in Cape Breton when you didn't have a rabbit ear. Coat hanger. You made your own rabbit ears.
Oh, yeah. When wire hangers were still available. Yep.
Ghetto ears. Yeah. You mean you can't get them up there? Wire hangers?
They're not really like I don't know where you would buy them. I have not seen them in a store in a long time.
Cape Breton. I bought them all.
I know they exist. I see them. I miss them. Some part of my brain still sees them as rabbit ears. Like when I see like a rack.
No, I don't have rabbit ears. I thought you meant the metal coat hanger. You know,
I do. Yeah.
Oh.
Some part of my brain still thinks of those as rabbit ears. Like when I see them in the back of my head, I still think of like a fuzzy, crummy TV and, you know, like Perry Mason coming in all blurry.
They could make an exciting boomerang, that coat hanger. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Dangerous, but exciting. What was the, so who's ready for the answer? The answer on this one is Theodore Geisel. Nobody knew.
Awesome.
No. Oh, no, she said Theo, not Theodore. Pardon. All right, Imogen, back to you.
All right. Now, scientists are notoriously strange people. I mean, people are strange, but scientists have their own unique strangeness and take inspiration from a lot of things when it comes to naming new discoveries. So, much like there are a shocking amount of animals and insects that are named after cartoon characters and fictional characters and et cetera, et cetera. Which insect is named after Dr. Seuss? Is it A, the Aphyxe yrtalis, B, loris, C, Marconica chiroptera, or D, Drunius colopoda?
I'm going with Loris. I can remember something about Loris when I was watching those shows. I don't know if I'm crazy or
Loris.
Yep, but Loris is
Loris.
My bell. Yep.
Kayla at home is saying Loris.
Shelly
at home is saying Loris.
Yep.
Excellent. You know what?
Little green bug.
You guys are all correct. The loris, it's an Ecuadorian jumping spider. The scientific name is Lapsius lorax. It has yellow markings around its mouth, which kind of looks like the lorax's mustache. The other ones I just made up. Epixaurtalis, I made it up. Marconia Chiroptera is gibberish. Marco is the character from Mulberry Street. Chiroptera is Latin name for bats. And the last one, Droon, is just another character, and Kilopoda is scientific name for centipede. I just named a whole bunch of bugs that don't exist.
Look, doing their next bug discovery, they could take into the book of Imogen.
Yeah.
Available names ready to go. All right. Go ahead, Brendan. That's too cool.
Okay. Here's another. So where is this sentence from? What book's this sentence from? All right, here we go. Starless Betty. Oh my goodness.
Sneeches.
Starless Belly. Bad. None of us. Shun the lad. Green star must be had.
Well, Lord Jesus, I didn't know I was going to have to be, a memorizer of books for Dr. Seuss. Simple Simon was the pieman. Not tonight, Jan.
All right, I'll give you multiple choice. Here we go. Multiple choice. Is it the Lorax? Is it the Green Star Machine, the Sneeches, or the Belly Star Book?
That's Sneeches. Me and a friend of mine, it used to be Sneeches was part of our language. It was our affectionate term for each other. One of our affectionate terms for each other was Sneeches.
Belly Star Book, was that an option? Was that a weird little option? I'll go with that one. I have no idea. I'm with Shelley.
No idea.
Yep. I don't know what the first version was you gave us, but I'm glad you dumbed it down a bit for the second version. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Right. Please stay tuned for the answer, Brandon.
Stay tuned for the answer.
Brandon, do you have the answer?
Yes, I do.
Come on, just tell me I'm right.
The answer is the Sneeches.
Yep. Here's a fun fact. Okay, so I have a wide variety of interests. On a previous episode, I showed some of my military collectibles and whatnot. One of my fascinations is propaganda. I'm fascinated by the mechanism of advertising and the way that it influences social thought and guides social consciousness. The character that Brandon was reading just now was a mock-up of Adolf Hitler with the stars on the bellies and the markings, and this is right, this is right, this is right. The character was, now Dr. Seuss did get intensely political. A lot of his stuff was very, very political. He did political cartoons. He was involved in military propaganda. And the Sneeches he was very patriotic in some ways. We're not going to unpack that too much right now. But he was, like a lot of people at the time, he was selectively inclusive and then selectively excluding. So again, that's what, pardon?
He was like most men, a pain in the royal butt.
He was very in favor of equal rights with some demographics that didn't get a lot of fair treatment at the time, but then could also be quite exclusionary in other ways. So he gets a lot of criticism. And again, 20s, 30s, 40s, social views, a lot of stuff doesn't fly anymore. But the Sneeches was very... It was very, that character that Brandon was reading was a knockoff of Hitler. It was and it was not flattering.
Well, that's why I didn't recognize him. I did not read anything unflattering.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by social. I just have a fascination with social engineering. I get a kick out of seeing how marketing and advertising influences patterns and social views. And with this particular thing, that caught my attention. Like as a child, I'm like, I know these characters because I watch a lot of Looney Tunes, and I see the guy with floppy little comb over and who's just getting himself all worked up and doing his little fist pounding and his pointing and his, have you seen Kyle? He's about this tall. It's
I never looked past the credits. Look, I read them, and as far as it went, dropped. My attention span was gone. What's on next?
Yeah, I wanted to know how it was made and why. And then I appreciated how people responded to it and seeing the different responses to the same thing. Some people going, "Oh yes," and others going, "Oh no."
See, I'd rather just do it in person. Smack them, poke them, you know.
Intruder cheeks.
Right?
Had to
First
go ahead.
experience. I don't like that book experience when it comes to figuring out people. I'd much sooner be right in their face and figuring it out right then and there. All right. I guess it's my question. So who
You're good.
played the Grinch in the film adaptation of How the Grinch Stole Christmas? So again, who played the Grinch in the film adaptation of How the Grinch Stole Christmas? This one should be a good one.
Rubber
Jim
face.
Tom Cruise, Robin Williams, Daniel Radcliffe. I'll put the answers in the comments.
Rubber
Billy
face. Jim Carrey.
And whatnot in the, you know, and then
Jim
they,
Carrey.
yeah.
Jim Carrey. Yep.
Yeah.
The Grinch.
I can picture him too.
Right? He's just his face is so washy.
I'm on a trivia where I don't know the answer until I hit the button that says reveal. So, because we're all right. It was Jim Carrey. Shock. Everybody knew it.
I lost my ears.
Uh-oh.
All right, my
Imogen,
ears are gone.
you lost her tuners.
Went down the rabbit hole.
Right?
You know what?
Uh-oh.
I live in a world where Dr. Seuss creatures exist. My cat has like a big spider costume. I dress him up sometimes like a hot dog because he's a little hairless cat. So like there's
Where
a
is he?
lobster suit.
Oh my God.
I think he's actually out playing. He's out playing with the puppy right now. But yeah, like monster suit. So I can dress. He was dressed up like a little monster the other day, walking around. This is all stuff he can take off. So if he's hot or uncomfortable, he just takes it off, and then he'll leave it on and go to sleep and nap in it. If he wants to be a little cheetah, he can be a cheetah.
No, better a cheater.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. What do you got?
All right. So while attending Dartmouth College, Dr. Seuss wrote for the college humor magazine Jack-O-Lantern until a legal problem got him banned. What law did he break? Was it A, illegal distribution of medically prescribed cocaine? Remember the era? These were all things at the time. B, illegal possession of marijuana. C, patronage of an unlicensed brothel. Or D, illegal consumption of alcohol.
God, it's
I'm
probably
gonna go
alcohol.
marijuana.
Yeah, these were all. I specifically looked up laws at the time and what was on the books, like what you could and couldn't do. The medical system was very different.
Yeah, it probably was marijuana because I think they were writing prescriptions for cocaine back then. Weird how they're kind of doing it now too. For God's sake, harm reduction.
Yeah, so
What would you like to say?
So what legal trouble got him kicked off the college magazine? Was it illegal distribution of medically prescribed cocaine, illegal possession of marijuana, patronage of an unlicensed brothel, or illegal consumption of alcohol?
Yeah, I'm sticking with Brandon. I think it is the weed. Everything else just makes,
Kayla at home is saying D, illegal consumption of alcohol. Shelley is saying A, illegal distribution of medically prescribed cocaine.
Yeah, imagine illegal.
That's so funny.
But my doctor wrote me the script for this Coke. What do you mean? It's good.
It's medically prescribed. They also have medically prescribed. Oh man, for all sorts of different stuff. Yeah, there's.
Oh boy,
the world was very different.
You're gonna make it to the end of the show there,
right? It's even more different now. My God, you can probably still get that goddamn well subscribed. Okay.
All right. So the correct answer, Kayla had it. The correct answer was D. Dr. Seuss was banned on the auspice of having broken the prohibition law. However, he was able. Now at that time he was writing under his legal name of Theodor Geisel, and so he was able to continue writing under his pseudonym of Dr. Seuss. So he was still technically writing just under Dr. Seuss.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah. Here's
awesome.
a fun thing. His family owned a brewery until they were brewers, until Prohibition kicked in, which put all the brewers out of business. But he was still very well connected because this was the family business. So they knew a lot of people who knew people who knew people.
Wow.
So yeah, alcohol was still readily available. Being illegal doesn't mean it's not available. It was what it was. They were drinking gin one night and they got in a little trouble. The dean of the college did him a solid. He was facing expulsion on school policy. He was facing expulsion, which would have absolutely ruined his academic career. But the dean threw him an easy one and said, look, you have to forfeit all extracurriculars. And as an aspiring writer, being so instrumental, he was on his way to becoming editor-in-chief of the school magazine called Jack-O-Lantern. He was on his way to editor-in-chief, which would have been really beneficial to his career. However, under his given name, he wasn't able to do that. So he had to forfeit all of his extracurriculars. And instead, they kind of let him keep working under a pen name, but he couldn't continue to move up. So he was now a contributing writer. So he's still working, but not on the path he was angling for, which was actually a good thing because his whole career changed direction a few times. And that was one of the important steps. All because of gin.
And speaking of gin and steps of gin, we'll step over to you, gingy bastard. Come on now. Next question.
Okay. Here we go. This is a fill in the blank. You ready for this one?
Alrighty.
You better get this one here.
And giver.
Congratulations! Today's your day. You're off to blank. You're off and away. Where are you headed?
Where you be? I don't know any of these goddamn things.
Well, I know Imogen will know this one.
Yeah.
I don't.
What is
The
this?
tip of my brain, I don't. It's the cadence that really speaks to me, but I don't know the actual.
What's the non-musical version, please?
Oh, you don't want me to sing it now. It's not a song. No, it's like, congratulations. Today's your day. You're off blank. You're off and away. And where are you headed? So where are they going?
I don't know the answer. I don't have a clue.
Don't have a clue.
Multiple
this is
choice?
good.
Yeah. Is it multiple choice or multiple
They didn't
songs?
give me
I
multiple
don't want
choice
to
on
guess
this
because I'm
one.
going to get it wrong.
Oh boy. Oh. How do I make this multiple choice without giving the answer away?
Banana dog demands assistance.
No clue.
Obey banana
So-
dog. Ooh.
No guess on the book.
You
Okay?
always wanted one. A duo banano. Per banana, per animal. It's a bananimal.
Banana dog. Check it out. He actually has like a banana stump. The back of his head is like a little banana stump, and his ears are little peels.
Oh my God, Brendan, did you hear that before? You got a little stump?
Wow. You ready for the answer, eh?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm lost. Obey my dog.
You guys are stumped. And the answer is Great Places.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
the places you will go.
Would have been a great long time for me to guess that answer.
yeah.
Yeah. I had no clue.
Right.
All right. Okay, you ready for the next one? And I won't make it hard like you two. Hard and harder, for God's sake. All right. According to Dr. Seuss, how many sizes too small was the Grinch's heart? Was it 10 sizes too small, 5 sizes too small, 2 sizes too small, or 100 sizes too small?
Ooh, we're going to go 10 sizes.
Yeah? That's what she said.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Oh man, I had to read that when it works. That's Jelly. All right.
I'm going to say 2.
2 for Imogen. 10
Number.
for Randy. 5 for Shelly. 2 for Kayla. And the answer is yes, it's 2.
Banana
Two
dog cheers.
Right? The animal is happy. Yep, Shelly changed her answer. 2. 2 will do. All right. Back to you,
Okay.
Imogen.
All right. As an illustrator, Dr. Seuss worked on a variety of ad campaigns for all sorts of nifty things. One slogan in particular got him the most professional recognition and really put his career on another level. Which of the following slogans was the Seussian one that became the go-to thing? All right, this really was the "I'm loving it" or whatever of the day. Now these were all catchphrases, but only one was Dr. Seuss. Was it A, "My dad can talk farther than yours" for Bell Communications? Was it B, "The harder a wife works, the cuter she looks" Pep Vitamins? C, "Quick Henry, the Flit insecticide"? Or D, "Bovril puts the beef in you" Bovril soup stock?
Ooh.
I'm thinking Bovril puts the soup in you, Brandon. I don't know what you think.
I'm going with D as well.
I love you too,
go.
Imogen.
Yeah, something about the soup in you.
Yeah, that sounds
They're
like a
all
Dr.
weird.
Seuss book.
They're all weird. Yeah, so
That's my middle name. It's weird.
right. So those options again are "My dad can talk farther than yours" for Bell Telecommunications, because phones were new and exciting at the time. B, "The harder a wife works, the cuter she looks" Pep Vitamins. Pep. C, "Quick Henry, the Flit insecticide." Or Bovril puts the beef into you. Bovril soup stock.
Yeah, I'm still loving the beef into you, but
Yeah.
I will put beef into either of you. I'll beef you both.
as long as it's not raw, I would like some in my mouth, please.
Wow.
Open wide, slam a beef in.
Goodness.
I only like the overcooked beef with
God.
plenty of spicy, nice.
A little chewy.
I like my beef medium rare. Thank you.
Oh no!
Of course you do, you ginger.
Right? No.
Okay.
Okay. So.
All right. Shelly's saying A, "My dad can talk further than yours" for Bell Telecommunications. Kayla is saying C, "Quick Henry, the Flit" for Flit insecticide. And you as guys are saying D, "Bovril puts beef into you" for Bovril soup stock.
Yeah. What is
All right. All right. So Kayla had it. The correct answer is C, "Quick Henry, the Flit." The ad for Flit, which was a really common insecticide, actually did become the "I'm loving it" or "got milk" of the day, and it made him famous. The catchphrase not only became the talk of the town, it also spawned a song and became a common punchline, kind of like how "I've fallen and I can't get up" became the punchline of the 90s. Quick Henry the Flit was its own thing. The campaign earned him fame, and really soon people actually started recognizing his artwork from that ad and his little signature. His work started appearing in all sorts of magazines like Life, Liberty, Vanity Fair, blah, blah, blah. And he started getting major ad campaigns for General Electric, NBC, Standard Oil, and blah, 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 blah. So many companies just wanted him. Right?
Will do, ad. I waved my hand by my name. Oh, okay. I don't see that. Everybody's seeing Shelly's face when she waves her hand by her name? Because
I think that on Zoom, there's a feature like sometimes in a meeting, if you want to say something, you can push the raise hand button, but I'm not really sure how it works. I just sometimes see it pop up on, I can't actually really, I can't really see you guys because of how my screen is set up. So I'm talking to like a wall of text right now. Like I can see the comments, but I can't see you guys. Yeah, I've got 3 monitors here and I don't see any human faces.
Good.
all righty.
My hair is a mess.
Hello, Lucius. Well, no wonder you always look like you're busy.
Good morning, Lucius.
So weird. All right, Brandon, your question. What do you got for us?
What do I got for you now?
Yeah,
well,
3 screens, 2
thankfully
phones.
not a question like the last one, but an easy one for you. So, what is the name of the girl in the Cat in the Hat?
Lulu.
Yolanda.
Ooh.
Lucius. I don't know.
The girl that's got the hair that just goes forever up on
One of
top
them.
of her head.
Multiple choice. Come on.
Yeah.
Really?
Her name is Kat. Kate.
Yeah. Thing one, thing two.
Kate. A. Kate. B. Sally.
Sally.
C. C.
You don't need to see. Everybody knows it's Sally. Sure.
Oh,
I'm trying to make
Sure.
up female names. Have
Mhm.
you, in life, have you met so few
Imogen.
women that you can't come
Em-
up with 2 female names?
Works with all men and apparently is the only child. Is that about right, Brendan? Yeah.
I'm not the only child. No, I just
No,
have
you've got all
2
brothers?
brothers.
Yes. I
Yeah.
was going to say
So
more boys. Well, you
Want
know
my
how
button?
you get a girl's name quick? Brandonella, like what is Scottina, like whatever your brother's name
Martina.
Mark.
On The Simpsons, whenever they talk about how Homer wanted to, when they thought Bart was going to be a girl, Marge has said a couple times, she's like, your father wanted to name you Bartina or Bartzina.
or Bartress, Bartrice. Don't easy to turn a boy into a girl name right quick. Mhm.
Bartzina. All right, I'm going with Sally. Brandon, your multiple choice was terrible. I'm going
Right?
with Sally.
terrible.
Yeah.
That's what happens when they don't give you multiple choice, Then I have to try.
That's why you write
make
your
up-
own, man.
Then I have to
Right?
try to make it up on the fly. Half an
You're
hour before
lying.
showtime.
You're
You're
fly.
a guy, Brandon.
But yeah, the answer is Sally. Yeah.
Yes.
Just kidding, buddy.
What? You
All
didn't know that?
No, I was just saying that you weren't a fly guy, but I said you. I'm just kidding. Of course you are. All right. What animals does Sam try and convince to eat the green eggs and ham? Does Sam try to convince the fox, goat, and mouse, the elephant, goat, and rat, cat, dog, and mouse, or giraffe, zebra, and armadillo?
Oh,
What animals does Sam try and convince to eat the green eggs and ham? There's the question in the answer, and I will give you the million options for multiple choice.
okay.
And then there's 2 too many. 3 too many.
I would not, could not with a fox. I would not, could not in a box. I'm going with the first one, fox, goat, and mouse.
Yeah, I'll go first one too.
Don't
Yeah.
you remember the
Just read my
rhyme?
next
with
question
the
and
rat,
I'm
the rat,
almost-
armadillo?
But not with a mouse.
No? If it's
Yeah.
heard, it's not a pillow. Like
Yeah.
I'm going A, fox, goat, mouse. Fox,
Okay.
goat, mouse.
Who's got a guess? Who I
Fox,
am? The
fox.
answer is not. This I'm
Mouse
sure.
house. Let's go.
Mouse.
We're not,
All right.
not with the
Fox,
fox.
goat, and mouse, says Kayla. Mm-hmm. And is that the same answer you guys both chose too? The first one,
Yeah, sure.
Banana dog is with me on this.
right? I still think he's a bananimal. Yep.
Yellow.
Right? He's a blowo bananimal.
Yeah. Very bananimal. Very bananamalian.
It is. It's fox, goat, and mouse. Everybody got it right. Everybody but me.
Woo!
Right?
Finally got one. It's been
All
like forever.
right.
I know. Thank God the points mean nothing. Right?
Right? Otherwise, I'd be winning points.
Right? Brandon had a competition. There was a contest on the radio yesterday for Leap Day. How long did it take you to give away that huge prize of $29, Brandon?
About 10 minutes, and 5 other people called maybe twice or 3 times, because they really wanted $29 for
Oh
cold
my-
hard cash.
Well, look,
Yes.
free money. Why wouldn't anybody want to call and get some?
That is a life-changing amount of money, Brandon.
It is.
Well,
Totally
yeah.
is. Yes.
No,
was-
my question is, was it paid in the form of a giant novelty check, or was it in like a $20 bill and some coins just
Yeah.
to make it seem like a heavier amount? Like,
How did they get paid? Yes.
how was it
It is.
distributed?
E-transferred.
Oh, thank
Dun,
God.
dun, dun.
That would have been super convenient. Yeah.
That is the safest way to do it. No one should be walking around town with that volume of money,
Look,
That's right.
let alone
Pat,
Canadian money.
Especially with the liquor store across the street from the radio station, you know.
Brandon, you're gonna have to drop the radio station's contest number in the comments here so that we can like call next time. There's a huge prize of $29 because me and Imogen, now that we know that it's e-transfer, we'll be fighting with Joey to call first.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be a fight to the death for the next. For the
Right?
next.
Well, we'll do this again in 4 years, by the way. 4 years.
It's true, Shelly. It's true. Mm-hmm. Oh
I'm going to
no.
be training until then. I'm still going to be hitting the bag. I'm going to Denny's fight anyone for that $29 prize.
Mm-hmm. And I will
Oh,
buy
yeah.
lots of fatty food with it. Pastries.
All right.
Okay. Oh, that one was mine.
Right.
Now it's your. Go ahead, Imogen.
All right. Much like The Simpsons, Dr. Seuss was from Springfield. But Springfield in what state? Oregon, Missouri, Massachusetts, or Illinois?
Missouri.
So many Springfields.
I'm going to go with Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri's popping up in my mind too.
It's got a nicely comedic name, which sounds fitting for a cartoony guy. So, those options again are for our viewers at home or anyone playing along, watching TV on whatever day this is airing. Much like The Simpsons, Dr. Seuss was from Springfield, but Springfield in what state? Oregon, Missouri, Massachusetts, or Illinois?
Yep, staying with Missouri.
Missouri.
Nobody else.
Missouri.
Oh, not yet. Who's got a guess besides me and Brandon?
Everyone's going quiet because Shelly's saying Massachusetts.
Yep, Kayla says Illinois.
Kayla's saying Illinois. Excellent. I love it. The correct answer is C. Shelly got it. Theodore Robert Geisel Jr. was born and raised in Springfield, Massachusetts, where his family owned a brewery. So little Teddy got in. Yeah, he had a real nice, comfortable childhood until Prohibition put an end to the family business. However, the family was very well connected, so they easily transitioned from brewing to whatever else they were doing. I didn't go down the rabbit hole too much on his parents. I tried to stay focused because there's a lot of information opening up, but I'm like, no, I got to put the blinders on and focus on this guy. Yeah.
Simple. Back to you, Brandon.
All right. This one's going to be a tough one.
Oh, God, the last novels were so easy.
All right. In what lakes does Luke Luck take licks?
Oh.
Lucky Lake. That's where Luke would take a lick if he was, Lucky Luke.
This is a riddle.
It sounds like.
It is a riddle.
Oh, I riddled you back there, Riddler.
I don't.
What? You should. Yeah, I thought you knew everything about Dr. Seuss.
Everything but
I was so focused on like him, his history, his life, like his actual the body of his literature. I'm not that well versed on. Like I've read a few of his books, but like when I do story time for pets, I'm reading it and I'll reread it a few times to get the cadence down right for the specific little things because there's always little like tripwires in there. I'll get in a groove and then I'm like, and then all of a sudden I'm like stuttering. I'm like, and I don't want to like when I'm reading a pet to sleep or something, or it's like a comforting, bubbly thing, or I'm reading to a group of puppies or something, then I'm like, I don't want to disrupt their vibe. So I do a couple of practice reads before I actually read to them. I don't know why. I just do. Or I'll read, or like with the guinea pigs, because they have a shorter attention span, I'll just take like a little tiny short one and just read it like 5 times to them. It's, yeah.
Wow.
Guinea pigs like being read to as well. But the actual body of his work, I'm not that well versed on. So I don't know what lake Luke was licking lizards on. I don't know. Lizard Lake? Plecostomus Lake?
Not being like, we don't want to be knowing if Luke was licking the lake if people bathed it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want me to
The
read the
antidote
whole
does not
thing?
approve.
All right, whole poem here. Here we go.
All right.
So, duck
Oh my
takes
God.
licks in lakes. Luke Luck likes. Luke Luck takes licks in lakes. Ducks like. So it's from What Do You Know About the Tweedle Beetles?
That's not fair, apparently.
And Imogen
But I
was
like
not
to-
here. Now I have to read
like
this
it.
again.
Okay. Quicker. No, just kidding. It sounds cute. Read away. There's
All right,
Martha.
I'll read this again. Imogen missed it.
I
So
could hear you.
here's the poem. One more time. Duck takes licks in lakes. Luke Luck likes. Luke Luck takes licks in lakes. Ducks likes.
It sounds the first time. Oh my God, Marbo. You want to bite mommy? No.
It's a total pun.
Oh my God, he looks like he's so
Whoa.
comfortable in it.
He's
Now,
a
I put
lion.
that- if I put that on my dog, he'd go into like he was like having a convulsion. I put booties on him, and I'm still begging for forgiveness.
Oh my God. I live in a surreal world. Sometimes I want to play with a lion. If it's cold outside and I'm taking him out for an adventure, I got to keep his ears warm so he gets to wear his little lion hat.
He's naked. He needs a whole snowsuit, Mama.
Right?
The friggin' back paw tips to the nail tips to the friggin' ear tips. My God, him naked, Mama.
He wanted to go dig around and build a nest, but he also has wigs. Little blue wig, little blonde wig,
Oh my God! Look,
little pink wig.
those wigs would be perfect on my bun. I can get bun wigs. Look at
Right? This is a personal favorite. This one, because this was originally like a goatee, like a Santa goatee, but on Morbo, it turns into like this little new wave punk kind of like flock of seagulls monstrosity.
That's
Almost like
adorable.
Elvis with white hair, you know.
Stinking adorable. Oh my God!
Hey, Pookie.
I've never seen another cat like him. No, like I've never seen the
He's good
bald
at
cat.
cat stuff.
He's so muscly. He is in the gym working out.
He wanted to come in and say hi. He was yelling at the door, so I let him in.
That's it. You got
He's
you
like
got
a wrinkly
Morbo on
peach.
your vitamin. The vitamin line you're selling. You got Morbo on it, don't you?
Oh yeah. Yep. He has
See?
lots of
Look,
protein.
now you got a pet line, right? People vitamin line and a pet vitamin line. Change the label, double the business. Too funny. All right, whose turn? I don't know if the answer came.
right.
The answer's gone. Sally came and the lake's all dried. What's going on?
So,
Oh, it was Brandon's turn.
already.
I think who's after Brandon? It's me.
You are.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. The little girl and the cat in the hat. What is the little girl and the cat in the hat called? I think Brandon just did that one. Yes.
Sally!
Yes. What
Yes,
color?
I got one.
What color is the cat in the hat's umbrella? My God. So who knows what color the cat in the hat's umbrella is? Is it dark blue, pink, pale blue, or bright yellow? I know, Shelly, it's true. Who's on first, second, and third? So again, what color is the cat in the hat's umbrella? Umbrella is bright yellow, pale blue, pink, or dark blue?
Ooh, dark blue.
Dark blue for Brandon. Yellow says Shelly.
I keep thinking yellow. His hat was black and white. Do you remember those Cat in the Hat like top hats that were popular in the 90s? I still have mine. I wore it like a month ago. I still have mine from the 90s.
Wow.
I'm even kidding. My fashion sense is questionable at best. But the
Yeah.
umbrella, I don't remember. I remember the hat was black and white.
Mhm.
The umbrella, I keep thinking it was yellow, but that doesn't seem quite right. Because, it was,
I like how
I
you
want to
tie
say
the
dark blue because the color pattern of the, I don't know. I'm
I like that you
I'm
tied
torn
a
between yellow and blue.
Dr. Seuss book into that sentence of yours. It just doesn't seem quite right. Yes, I like that. That was well done. I was the only one
He
that
never
caught
heard
that.
me speak. We've had many conversations. Okay.
And Kayla says blue, but dark blue or pale blue, Kayla? There's two blues.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm torn between dark blue or yellow.
I know.
I want to say it was dark blue because the character was at the forefront. The yellow umbrella would have pulled the viewer's attention. So I'm going to say dark blue.
Pale blue, says Kayla.
Okay, Warbo, hold on.
Dark blue,
All right,
says
we'll
Imogen.
play
Dark blue, says Brandon. Kayla said pale blue. Kayla said yellow. The answer is pale blue. It is pale blue. Mm-hmm. Pale blue. It is.
Kayla had it.
She did. Indeed,
Awesome.
she did. Okay. Oh, this is going to be the last question. We start and end the show tonight.
Okay, well, this will be a fun one. So, before writing children's content, the good doctor, much like so many other childhood favorites, Shel Silverstein, he wrote adult material. He was quite successful in this area with The Seven Lady Godivas, which was the history's Barris family, and the bluntly titled Boners, as well as the sequel to Boners. He was also a recognizable name from his single-panel adult cartoons, which appeared regularly in magazines and newspapers. However, his heart was in the childlike verse we know him for. What was the name of his first children's book composition? Was it A, Fabulous Animals, B, Mercadian Mumps, C, The Thing I Wish I Knew, or D, All That I Saw?
Oh, I'm going to go D, All That I Saw.
Yeah. All the talk of boners, I'm thinking they must have seen a lot. I'm going to go with All That I Saw too.
I love that, like, Shel Silverstein, just a little sidetrack here, side note. Shel Silverstein, brilliant children's author. He wrote the Where the Sidewalk Ends and a couple other ones, The Light in the Attic, and I guess a bunch. He was prolific. He was awesome. But he was also a regular contributor to he was one of the primary cartoonists for Playboy. He was close friends with Hugh Hefner, and he actually had a room at the Playboy Mansion that was his. He would just pop in and visit and hang out. He was a regular character there. So while he was writing children's stuff, he was also doing these little cartoons and comics for Playboy and whoever else would publish, but that's where he was most prolific. Like pretty much every issue for however long had at least one of his cartoons in it. Shel Silverstein, prolific children's author, did that. Same thing with Dr. Seuss. He was writing adult content. And by adult content, that doesn't specifically mean pornographic. I'm just going to clarify. But a lot of it was pretty 18 and up, right? A lot of it was adult themed. Some of it was fairly Playboy oriented. But a lot of it was just really not kid friendly in a lot of different ways. But yeah, he wrote some pretty racy stuff. But his first children's book his first children's composition, was it called Fabulous Animals, Mercadian Mumps, The Thing I Wish I Knew, or All That I Saw?
Yeah, All That I Saw. Because
All That I Saw.
Voice of an angel, Brandon.
And we got Christopher Scott Davies. He's one of you guys' viewers. Says D. Kayla says B. And Shelly's like C. Yeah.
Awesome.
What's the answer on that?
The correct answer is A, Fabulous Animals. It was written, sent off, and routinely rejected. Apparently, he had 30 to 40 rejection letters. It kept getting rejected. He was on the verge of quitting writing. He wanted to quit at this point, until a chance encounter with an old college buddy The buddy was now a publisher and loved the book. I want to say it was Bantam Publishing, but I don't remember, and I didn't write that down. But the buddy was now a publisher, absolutely loved the book, remembered his writing from college, and it was eventually published under the new title, And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street in 1937.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, so the original title of Mulberry Street was Fabulous Animals, and it came from it started with a collection of his drawings of weird animals. He was getting back to his roots at the insistence of his new wife, his girlfriend, Helen, don't remember her last name, but his college girlfriend, later wife. She really encouraged this change of direction. She was the one who pushed him to do the writing. He was actually on a career path to become an English teacher. But she said, you really should submit this stuff to magazines for publication. And that pushed him in the direction of doing ad campaigns, comics, cartoons, novels, and then ultimately children's books.
Cool. All
Fabulous
right.
Animals. Yeah.
Fabulous Animals. Well, that wraps us up for today.
That's right. Thank you for watching Friday Night Trivia. Catch the live stream Friday night at 6 o'clock Pacific time. Is that what time it is?
Yep.
Yeah, we do this at 6 o'clock Pacific time, or 7 o'clock on the next time zone, or 8 o'clock on the next one. I don't know where y'all are.
10
And then
o'clock.
Time.
Right? If you're on the other side of the world, it's 12 hours different, so it'll be AM, not
Right.
PM.
Right.
Live stream on
Right.
YouTube and Facebook, and I think that's it. We've got a bunch of different outlets. Look us all up. You can find it.
Oh, yeah.
Good, guys.
Tune it in, and we'll announce next week's theme next week. Bye.